they do have, again, that Storm with no real answer from EHOME apart from just winning their lanes. I think the issue is, this time around, Newbee's as well, game one, it wasn't dominant anyway. So perhaps they do shake it up a bit. This is a very much an easier combination to pull off.
CQ is being very, very frustrating with that, with the swashbuckle and the lucky shot. Just constantly disarming, though mid lane, there is a gank attempt, nothing to say. He is going to be the first blood. YG rotates in on the Phoenix. He had those level 2 fire spirits, and with AQ and his vortex, it was more than enough damage to ensure the Lina went down. AQ still a level behind, but now with the haste rune activated, LSA does land, but YG just jumps in, and AQ should be able to get the vortex, but they have rotations. Faith TPing in. Can he actually help though? Nothing to say. Is falling very low and does go down, and now Faith, can you find any form of trade? He cannot. He's forced to back. AQ has the haste anyway, so it's not like he was going to die. And while all that was happening top lane, Mugi was able to take down the Pangali, who was left alone.
Yeah, that's a big set of wins going the way of Newbee. Just rather unfortunate for EHOME that they aren't finding these early trades, but this is exactly what Newbee needs to get that start going. This is the big difference from game one. The little wizard is very low.
Stroke of Fate does connect.
Don't really lose out in lane, they just find what they need, although down mid, AQ.
Yeah, LSA, all of it being landed. Laguna was used, and AQ cannot sustain that much damage. Faith Beyond and Q returning the favor, and both supports actually rotating down from Newbee, but this may not be good for them as there's 4 heroes in the mid lane from EHOME, just collapsing on mid. The Sprout blocking in Faith. He can't get out of this one, surely. The LSA does land. They will find a secondary, and now YG doesn't have Icarus dive, but Mugi's rotated over on the Troll, and it's just going to be an all-out brawl fest in this mid lane. Faith Beyond drops some trees. Getting chased down, Mugi. Doesn't have mana for Battle Trance, however, he does get it now. Faith's trying to block the way with the tree. It's going to be no good, but the Treants do an effective job of blocking them in. Meanwhile, Q going down to AQ. Sprout, though, from Faith Beyond, he's still trying to outrun them. Teleport, he will get out. The courier may not be so lucky, but Mugi hasn't actually spotted it. Never mind that though, mid lane, nothing to say. Gonna get jumped on by AQ, and he's level 6 now on the Storm, and that's gonna mean a double kill coming out for AQ.
Take it slow, they need more farm onto Sylar for him to really get going, and...
Why? Gets a solo pick off onto Wizard, who was trying to creep skip on the Centaur, and it was a very easy one. It was just an Inkswell and a silence. That's all it took. He scouted out. AQ's there. Q will also be there on the Pango, but Faith is dropping rather quick. Stampede going to be there as well. Faith still surviving, but does tick out to the Fire Spirits. And AQ gets away with the killing spree. They'll lose their Phoenix. There are 4 heroes here from EHOME. They've also smoked up on Nothing to Say and Q, so it's a very mirrored kind of play, but Nothing to Say, he has the low ground. He'll get jumped on straight away on that Lina Faith. Can you lock these guys down enough? No, LSA Laguna, but the Fiend's grip there in time. Now the egg being dropped. Nothing to Say, he does go down on the egg. It will be able to pop all the way, stunning up 2 heroes from the side of EHOME, but the Rolling Thunder from Q, disrupting everything. They'll find Faith, but they'll lose Y in the process, and now the Troll. Can he survive this damage? Q, he gets bashed! Oh, the Roshan!
No.
Why would... Oh, Roshan is apparently not happy with EHOME this game.
For sure, they have really good burst under Lina. It's starting to really lack in terms of just
lane.
blowing someone up, although...
Inkswell going to be there on the Bane. It looks like it should be a very easy +5 kill. Faith knows he can't do anything about that.
EHOME now. Can they find anything, though?
Oh, they found something big. Nothing to say. He's been left alone. Nice little dodge there. Nothing to say. Can he actually get out of this? The Yules is going to be available in him, and now EHOME jumping in with the Soulbind. They caught out AQ, but they've already lost that Lina. It's not great news, as EHOME, they do have to back off. YG, he gets the egg off. Faith Beyond, going to be chased down. They will at least find the Bane on the opposing side, but they'll lose their core profit. They'll lose Y on the Grimstroke, and it's going to be another 1-for-3 trade in the favor of Newbee. Can't break the distance with the Inkswell, and well, in the dire side jungle, Sylar, he's gonna get caught on the lifestealer, but Rage will come out, but immediately the Fiend's Grip and the Battle Trance from Mugi gonna be more than enough. Sylar absolutely had no chance of surviving that.
They smoke up now, trying to find something. Perhaps they can at least get the Centaur.
Nothing to say, we'll catch him out. They do commit Laguna for this with Rolling Thunder. They just want to make sure that they get the kill. They'll be okay with that, but the problem is they're losing their mid-tier 1 while all this has been happening. So So Newbee will still be able to capitalize off this lifestealer death and their own centaur death for that matter. All ultis are available on both teams. EHOME, they showed themselves up top, and this could be really bad for them as Wizard jumps in and gets a double hoof stomp off straight away on Faith Beyond. They need to keep that Prophet alive, and AQ zips forward again, straight on that Lina. Soulbind gonna be there, but now the Phoenix Egg being dropped, and it's all too much. What do you aim in this team fight if you're EHOME? The answer is nothing. You just die. As everyone just melts, and the only man to walk out, ironically enough, is the man they jumped first, which was nothing to say.
They are going to have to wait perhaps for the next Supernova to be up, but even then, I don't think they necessarily need to. They just need to be able to jump someone straight up, and suddenly there's just no way to deal with that for EHOME. Like, if you catch this Lifestealer off guard, he doesn't have anything to really toggle on.
Uses the Orchid on the Bane, but AQ was zipping in from a distance, and Faith, he can't even find the pos 5 Bane.
So if they do commit the Fiend's Grip on the Lina, Sylar's at least able to tear through some hero at some point.
In mid lane, they have found the Lina once again, though Soulbind again going to come out, but it does nothing to help. Now why? Inkswell would at least connect on to, but you've got AQ who wasn't affected by the Inkswell at all, and he does have the damage output to finish the job off himself. They do lose YG in the process, but you found a core Lina and a support Grimstroke. It's going for an AC up next. It's got the Hyperstone. And I don't think that's really the issue here, though. Mid lane, they have jumped. They found the Pango. Xingqiu was just trying to push out the mid wave, but Newbee can just close the gap so quick. You really can't spend an extra second if you can afford not to.
No, definitely not. Newbee can just slow push like this just by having their center stand in front and cop that damage, as we saw in the last game.
That's as low as you possibly get, really. I mean, you can get to 1 and 0, I guess. Sylar does get the Infest off in the Mud Golem. Gonna make a run for it, but they have the Vortex. AQ holds him down. Rage will be popped, but the Fiend's Grip again gonna stop him. Still, he does go down. Rolling Thunder from Xingqiu tried to control up the side of Newbee, but it's no good. And Xingqiu looks like he may go down as well as AQ. Just trying to force him. Aegis does expire just in time for AQ as he walks out. AQ gets used up, nothing to say, gonna go for the immediate TP. AQ, he knows, but he doesn't get the Vortex. Goes a bit too forward.
A bit too far. Would have been a nice kill to pick up, just additional charge, and his Bloodstone really just denying any more coming out from EHOME. Still, nothing to say, gonna be happy that he does get to escape. Not much he can really do at his time, though. Like, they can't really farm up into their jungle. If they go up there right now, it's going to be rough. The supports are going to find
They're going to go for a fight. Faith Beyond. Silence is there on the Bane. They can afford to just go after a pos 5. And the Silence should tick him out. No, apparently it doesn't. Sunray will be there. Stroke of Faith. They still haven't finished him now. Hoofstop. Wizard looking to turn it around. And poor Faith getting caught out as Y. Getting zipped on by AQ. And he just melts. AQ now with an Orchid of his own, and that is just so demoralizing to watch. They couldn't even find the pos 5 kill, and they'll lose 2 of their own in the process, and the tier 3s are now going to be open to Newbee. And it's almost a repeat of game 1, except it's for the opposite team.
Oh yeah. It's rough. EHOME really has no defense, especially without that Soulbind. They just have no control here. Did you get the heals up?
No mana. Laguna going to be there. Rolling Thunder, can they lock him down long enough? We're not with that egg in place. Nothing to say, getting jumped on by Mugi, and does get taken out even without the Battle Trance. And there's the GG call. EHOME, they understand they can't do this any further. That'll be it. We will be going to a game 3, luckily for us, John. And of course for the viewers. In EHOME, they were the heavy favorites going into this second game, but